Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. I'm almost out of breath here. This is my post-market wrap-up for today, Wednesday, February 21st, 2018. Well, I told you in the video that I did earlier that today was going to be a special day. And I told you that I was getting a lovely feeling or some kind of a strange sensation because we were going to hear from the Fed today. Well, we heard from the Fed. Oh, we heard from the Fed today. Let's cover this, really. Okay. So, if you recall, the video we did earlier, I put up a little, see my little bond sell-off here with my little lion head here? Lions? Well, I wrote Fed, bonds, dollar. Well, the bond market today really stole the show because of the Fed. Now, let's just recap this real quick. So today, stocks started out higher, nothing major. Just they were higher. They were mulling around, waiting for whatever's going to come out of its mouth. It, referring to the Federal Reserve. Okay, we're going to refer to the Federal Reserve as it from now on. Okay, so nothing was really going on. Bonds were flat. Dollar was a little higher at that point. Stocks were up a little bit. Whatever. I did bring to your attention, at least I think I did. I wrote an article about it on Steemit, how cryptocurrencies were selling off. And I said that was a bad sign as far as I'm concerned for this market, despite what it's doing today. Go check Steemit. Have a look at that article. It's pretty short. Anyway, so then we hear from it. And it really got under my skin, I'm going to be honest with you. To me, and obviously to the market initially, very dovish, very measured, rate hikes moving forward, kind of almost to me seeming like they were backing off from their strong stance on raising rates. Well, what happened? The moment that the minutes came out from it, the stocks vaulted higher. The Dow Jones Industrial Average charged up 300 points. Then, so I'm starting to get phone calls from friends of mine. Greg, what are you going to do? And I told them all, I'm going to sit back. I want to watch this because this is probably going to be a pump and dump. This is what they do. A couple of people I know decided to get in on that. Don't do this, people. Here's a big lesson for you. If you got in today, and a lot of people were waiting for those minutes to come out to see what they were going to do, I was one of them as well. But I told you all, you got to wait for the market to digest what actually happened. So initially, we had this knee-jerk reaction higher. This was the pump. You got it? So then, stocks started to come off their highs. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching the bond market right on my website, just like you should. And I hope you're watching this video on my website because go look at the bond market chart. It's right over there. Your eyeballs will explode. Unbelievable what happened. All of a sudden, bonds started to sell off big time. Big time. The U.S. 10-year yield vaulted to like 2.95 or above or something like that. The 30-year also, boom, higher, and the stock market just reversed. Dow Jones Industrial Average up from 300, finished down, I think 167-ish. Huge move. Now, you can see the power here of the bond market, and you can also see the power, okay, this is power here, of the cryptocurrency market to allow us to gauge risk here, people. What did Gregory do? Well, if you follow me on my social networks, you know exactly what I did when I did it. Right here, I'm getting a little mixed up. Right here. I bought puts just out of the money on ticker SPY. I had a good day today. In 1 hour, truly, I made more take-home pay than the average guy makes in an entire week, in an hour. So this just goes to show you the power as well, to just sitting back and waiting to strike at the right time. Got it? So look, here's where we are at, my dear friends. I think this market is in a little bit of trouble here. I really do. Why? It didn't do one thing I expected it to do, and I think I outlined this. I expected, well, the rebound in the market, I nailed this to the wall. We all capitalized on that. Now, I expected the market to actually go higher, and I said that a few times, but something seemed to be getting in the way, and it's not hitting a moving average. We blow past these things all the time. But something was rattling the market a little bit. I couldn't get my head around it. Sometimes you got to, you don't. It just goes back to what I always say. You don't trade the market you dream about. You trade the market you have. All right. So you sit there, you watch, and you wait, just like we did today. And we rip its freaking face the freak off. That's what we do. So look, here's what we have going on here. We have money coming out of cryptocurrencies. This is a leading indicator. It's a risk indicator. For those who keep writing to me about this, it's a risk indicator. When cash is going into cryptos, that means the stock market wants to take on risk. Vice versa, the opposite will happen if the market wants to not take on risk. So this was a tell to us, and it was kind of annoying to me in a way when it came out today and was blowing sunshine up the crack of this market, and stocks took off to the races, and then the Wall Street wizards there were playing their games with everyone. Come this way, they were pulling the chain, pulling it up higher, and then all of a sudden that was the pump, then we had the dump. It's the biggest rigged scheme in world history. You know that. But we can still make this work for us. So look, the bond market is in a bubble. It's the biggest bubble in the history of mankind by exponents. There's been nothing like it. Nothing ever like it. And as you can see, without the Fed doing anything, the Fed didn't announce a rate hike today. Bonds sold off, rates went up. This is the free market. This is the market understanding that bonds are just in the bubble. That just is epic. And the market is going to determine fair value, not what comes out of its mouth. You know who it is. That means, and I'm not saying this is going to happen now, but this is just an inkling to show you that this market is going to correct on its own at one point to a fair value. And it's going to be unbelievable, people. It's just going to destroy people. It is. It's going to wipe them out. Very sad. And it always happens the same way. Everyone gets into these euphoric stages now. I don't care, as you well know, where this market goes. Goes up, I'm all for it. Goes down, hey, I'm all for that too. Anyone that's stuck in an investment that only makes money when the market goes in one direction has to go see a psychiatrist. It's really the truth. No, that's just, this is the way, again, the Wall Street wizards, the investment banks, take advantage of everybody. Me, I trade like a Wall Street bank. That's the truth. I don't care where the market goes, and neither do you, my beautiful lions. What do you think about my little lion head there? There is something wrong with me, and you know that. All right, look, so situation is I am short this market right here. Had a nice day, last hour. Very nice. We'll see how this plays out moving forward. I will keep you all on top of that, and we will. What will we do? We will reconvene back here tomorrow morning. But before I let you go, take 2 seconds, really, if you're not watching this on my website, and go look at that chart. You will see what looks like a relatively normal, bond market, and then bleh, unbelievable. That is the market doing its one and only job, and that is to determine fair value. What is the value? I'm going to leave you all off with this, and I will read the comments. Let me ask you, my beautiful, lovely friends that I do love, sincerely, what is the true value of debt? That is your homework assignment, and post what you think it is in this video and comment section. I'll read them. What is the value of freaking debt? See you in the morning.